to Yarn Another Day. My name is Jen, and I'm the dyer behind the Perfect Stitch Fiber Company. You can find all of our yarns over at www.theperfectstitchfiberco.com. Now, today is January 9th, so it's been 5 whole days since we've last vlogged, but today is a special episode, kind of special, because we are talking 2023 goals. So project goals. Oh yes. So last week I actually touched on kind of our goals as a family. And so today we're going to be going over our goals for our knitting projects, plans. So I'm sure all of you are, do we jump into it or should I show my knitting really quick? Oh, I left my gnome upstairs. So my gnome is almost complete. I'd actually planned on filming kind of a fun reel with my gnome in regards to like seaming it together. So I haven't gotten to that yet. The weather was so bad and it was really cloudy and overcast, and we've been busy all weekend, so I haven't really had a chance to do that, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I mean, what can you do, you know? So work-wise has been good. What else? Work's been good. We have basketball today because so it's Monday, and I don't want to log in. I'm trying to pull up my project goals. Not now. Okay. I think we should be good now, maybe. Where was I? Sorry. I got distracted. So we have basketball today. Tomorrow's gymnastics. Wednesday's basketball twice. Both kids. So let's try and get this done, shall we? Okay, so my gnome is upstairs. I got to do that. Oh, I already said that. Eventually I will get to that, just not now. I have made progress somewhere. Must be stuck in here. Very small amount of progress. I am on this part, the little neon color stripe with the wave going on. So I'm to that, but I haven't made it far. Again, very busy, so I haven't really done anything. The only, I've made that much progress on my twist and turn shawl, and then I have finished the 2 arms and the nose for the gnome, but I was already working on one of the arms for the gnome, and I had both arms done that day, and then I had the nose, which was really fast, so it's not like I got very much done. In other news, we have to replace our faucet. That's a fun thing. And then we also discovered that one of our light fixtures in our bathroom needs to be replaced. So probably 2 of them have to be replaced because we can't find a matching. So that's fun. But let's get to the fun stuff of the project goals. So now that I've shown you my twist and turn shawl, because I didn't get far. So you're here for the project goals, I hope. So project goals. So I don't know about you, but usually around the end of December, we are bombarded with a Make 9. Who started the Make 9? That's my question. I remember years and years ago when I was fresh-eyed to the indie dyer world and all that fun stuff, right? You know, I was new to the community, and I was bombarded with the Make Nines. And I was like, that looks like so much fun. I want to participate. So I crafted my Make Nine. I carefully curated the patterns I was going to make during the next year. And I'm fairly certain I made absolutely none of them. I made other stuff. And after that, I realized a Make Nine is not for me, because I will probably come up with something else and I'm going to get squirreled and I'm going to be like, I want to make that. And then keep in mind, this is when cast on all the things was very strong in my life, and I would cast on every single new project or every new pattern that came out. But like, I want that, never finishing anything. So, you know, I ended up with a lot of whips. And, you know, I recently asked, how many whips do you have currently? And I think one of the high numbers was like 35. I was like, wow, that's a lot. And I understand how you get there. Let me tell you, you know, I've worked really hard to kind of rein in that whole thing. So I try really hard not to get distracted and to focus on one project, maybe 2 at a time, and just go from there. Yeah. Because otherwise I would cast on everything, and that's not, I would be overwhelmed. So I really try and just focus on 1 or 2 of the projects. So, this year, ironically, I didn't get bombarded with a bunch of Make Nines. So maybe everyone kind of realized, you know, they'll find other patterns that they want to make instead. I don't know. But, you know, so at the end of December, I think it was the end of December, or it was the beginning of January, I asked the question of if anyone had goals, like crafting goals for 2023. And, you know, I also included what my crafty goals were, which is to make a couple sweaters. I really am hoping for at least one other short sleeve fingering weight sweater. I really like my Zweig. It's a go-to. It feels like a staple. I want in my wardrobe, I want to have a couple of those that I can, you know, wear. I don't know what pattern. I really like petite knits patterns. Okay. And then, you know, I wanted to, and I also have been dreaming of kind of a sweater that has like a mock turtleneck. So it's not really a turtleneck, like it could be, but it lays flat. So it's not knit in the round, it's like, it lays flat. But so it's reminiscent of a sweater I had from American Eagle. It was black and it had that kind of, you could button it and it could be a turtleneck, but I hate turtlenecks. So I would always have it just lay flat, and it was so pretty, and it was a staple piece, and I loved it. And I want that same kind of look. So I've always kind of like, oh, I want to make a sweater that's like with that, but I don't, you know, I haven't found that perfect pattern that kind of matches that look. But I do have some ideas, you know, so I had that in mind, and then I wanted to make a couple gnomes. That was my goals. That was it. And, you know, that was okay. I was okay with that. And then a friend asked, oh, do you have any patterns? You know, totally making conversation. I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, I don't even know. I haven't even thought about it. And I was like, but you know what? Why not go look? So I started looking, and I created kind of it's like a Make Nine. It's totally a Make Nine, but it's not. It's only 8 projects. But I do not have the intention of making every single project. It was not even like that. I would show you, but it wouldn't look right because of the glare. But so basically I found some projects or patterns I liked from Petite Knits. So there's 4 sweaters. And then there's the Andrea Mowry cardigan the Comfort Fade cardigan, which I would love in just a solid, because I think it would just be it with how the collar is. I feel like it would be like if it was just all one color, it would be a staple. But as a fade, I don't feel like I can wear it necessarily to work. My work is a little conservative in some, well, maybe it could. I don't know. You know, I say that and then I realize, oh, I probably could and it'd be fine. But I don't know. I feel like I do want to go up a size and then make it a little bigger. So I don't know. But that was on there. And then I only have 3 gnomes. 3 gnome patterns from Imagined Landscapes that I just picked, and I really like them. I know one of them isn't even available right now. It's going to be available sometime in the middle of February. Per Imagined Landscapes, this information is coming from the actual designer and not just out of thin air. So that's really cool, because I was like, oh, and I love gnomes, and so they're just so cute. And I'm hoping I can get at least a couple of those done. But they're not set in stone, you know? I might come up with something else, which leads me to this point. So I started looking, okay, what kind of sweater pattern should I cast on? Because I'm determined to cast on a sweater. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should look at bulky, because I have bulky yarn I had planned on using for a sweater. I don't sell a ton of bulky. I love it, but I don't sell a lot of it. And I feel like there's a lot more of a movement towards making lighter weight sweaters because you can wear them longer. And I don't blame you. I get it. But so I have, it's not like I'm selling sweater quantities of bulky. Oh my gosh, the expense for that would be insane. And then I'm not dyeing up a sweater's quantity, because that would be insane of like a colorway. That would be very not cost effective. Anyway, so I have bulky and I was debating what color should I do. So I really liked the wool. Oh, okay. Sorry, backtrack. So I found sweater number 11, which is from My Favorite Things. There's like My Favorite Thing, and it's like sweater number, and it's like 1 through a million. I don't know if it's through a million, but it's through a lot. Anyway, so I found sweater number 11, and it was very reminiscent of, oh, what is it called? It's one of the Petite Knit sweaters, except Petite Knit, her sweater was in DK and I think mohair. And then this one was in an Aran weight with mohair. Well, I'm allergic to mohair, so I'm not gonna use that. And then, which is fine. I have my fluff base, which is an alpaca silk blend. And I love that, and it's gorgeous, so I'm gonna use that. And then I had decided, oh, can I use bulky? Like, I don't know, will it be too big? Let's swatch. Guys, I swatched. So I swatched. I took some bulky that I had on hand from a hat, and I paired it with my fluff, and I swatched, because what kind of person am I? I should go get it and show you, but if you really want to see it, I have a video on my Instagram. You can go check. So I swatched, and I was like, I got gauge. Okay. I don't know why. Makes no sense, because Aran weight is more of like a worsted, and I probably could have just done DK, but I was like, well, forget that. I'm doing bulky because I'm just gonna do it, and might be dense, but I got gauge, so that doesn't make sense. Anyway, then I had to decide on color, and the colorway, or the color that was in the picture of the pattern, was like a latte, so like a very pale brown creamy color. And I was like, kind of reminded me of my Five Below colorway. I haven't had that in the shop for a while because the dye likes to break and then it ends up speckled. So there will be red speckles, and then sometimes it'll have a yellowish glow to, or yellowish color to it versus like the whole brown. But so I decided I was gonna do that. So currently that's what's in the dye pots. Now, keep in mind, I need a new kitchen faucet. So me dyeing is far more labor intensive, and so I'm not gonna be dyeing anything for a while after this. I'd hoped that I would be able to show you, but again, I don't have a faucet. So the washing I'm trying to figure out. I need to wash it. I dyed the yarn yesterday. So I'm gonna need to drain it somehow and wash it, maybe in the bathtub? I don't know, I'll figure it out. But so I think that is going to be what's next on my needles. Twist and turn shawl, I don't know. It might end up in a timeout just because I'm kind of tired of working on it. Why does that happen to me? I should just finish. Because I'm getting there, like I'm on clue 3 finally. But it's taking me this long, and so it's frustrating. Yeah, so that is my project goals. I hope that you will share your project goals, if you have any, in the comments. I'd love to hear what your goals are for this year. You know, it doesn't even have to be like, I'm going to make this specific sweater. Like, even if it's like, I want to try a pair of socks, you know, and it doesn't even have to be a specific pattern, just socks, you know, that's all I'm hoping that we can, that's really what I hope we can get to, is that mindset of, why don't we create a goal that we like want to do that's a little bit more attainable than a make 9. Let's get away from that, please. I think we might have, but I don't know. And that's the thing. I'm like, maybe I just didn't see them. I don't know. Let me know too in the comments if you saw a ton of make 9s or maybe not. So yeah, I hope you are having a great day. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm hoping that I will be back sometime this week. I don't know. Normally I do this on Wednesdays, and I don't know if that's gonna happen. So fingers are crossed. But have a great day, week. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.